Okay, so we are here with Cortney. Hi, Cortney.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good.
Awesome. So if you could state your full name and the current organization that you work for.
I'm Cortney Stoutemire, and I'm with Peace Within.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here and for being part of our podcast today so that we can share all the important, incredible work that our CHWs are doing in the community. Yes. But I first have to quickly ask you, because you mentioned before you sat down that you're a yoga instructor, or while you were sitting down, I should say. So does that change how you approach your work as a community health worker? Do you have the holistic sort of health mindset when you work with your communities and your patients?
Yes, I do. That's one of the biggest things. So when I get clients in, my thing is always kind of like mental, like what's going on? Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to bridge the gap. But if I'm not getting down to like why you're having some of the problems you're having or the situations that you're facing, which is more so like what's really going on, then can I really be effective? Can I really help you? Because I can give you 1,000,001 resources. But if I'm not tapping into why you're having the struggles you're having, or it could be something as simple as maybe they need to go to therapy or centering, grounding, just understanding themselves, loving themselves more. I found that tying the two in has been way more effective. So I'm not just giving you resources and helping you out, but I'm also bridging the gap with everything. I'm molding it all. So I'm not just touching on the little stuff that you need, but it's everything in whole. So inside and outside.
I absolutely love that as someone who's also very much into that whole spectrum myself too. And I think that's really great that you approach it that way.
Yes.
Because we were just talking about that earlier. It's not always just about the Band-Aid. It's about getting to the root
That's me.
of the issue.
That's me.
And
because you're going to keep recurrently having the same problems and you'll be 2-3 years in and you're wondering why I'm still going through this, or I still need this help, or I still need this resource, but we haven't got to why you need it. I can give you 1,000,000 resources to help you out with everything. But if you don't know why you're having the issues or why you need a CHW or what it is that you need, then you're going to be like on a hamster wheel. So I like to dive deep with my clients.
I love that.
Yes.
I do. And that actually segues great into our next question. So how do you feel CHWs are essential to public health?
I feel like it's essential to public health because we're bridging that gap. So for people who need help and need assistance, you can't always just at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, if I need a doctor or if I need some type of resource, I can't always call and get a quick answer or get the help. But with a CHW, they're there to give you that help that you might need. So if it is that phone call or if it is that resource, I might have a connection where, hey, I know the lady at this building. I can call her directly to get that help from you. So it's like we're kind of closing in that gap of getting help, not receiving help. So we're there kind of like pulling them both together so that that client receives everything that they need. So we're essential workers. That's what I think to call us like. We're essential workers.
100%. 100%.
Yes.
And can you share one meaningful experience that you've had that's kind of stuck with you as a community health worker?
Yes, I had a client, so this is 2026, so about 3 years ago, she came to me. She was from Jamaica, and she was telling me all these dreams and stuff that she had, like different stuff that she wants. She know that living here was different. So one thing I do with all my clients, we do goals. Like every client have to give me like top 4 to 5 goals a year, like realistic goals, stuff that I can help you attain, stuff that you know that you can attain. So we made a goal list on like what we wanted for her. She broke down everything that she needed. And we literally like went through that sheet and we just checked it off. So we worked with, we did yoga, breathing sessions, meditation. Her children learned yoga in the process of me being her CHW. And like maybe about a year and some change in, as we were knocking these goals off, one of the biggest goals was for her to buy a house. And I knew resources for home programs and stuff. So she went through the home process. And because I had already set her up with making goals, she knew like, okay, these are goals I can attain. It was easier for her to go through the home buying process. She was familiar with budgeting. She was familiar with setting stuff up. Like we did this whole plan. And within like a year and some change, she had moved and she told me that she had bought a house. So it took some time, but she me setting up the foundation for her to be able to get her dream for her children. So that's like the story that I always tell, because she had never done goals before. She had never done yoga before. It was never any breathing techniques. It was never any mindfulness. The children learned this in the process of it. So I shared something with her that she then shared with her children. So now they grow up, and from what I know, we still keep in touch. The kids are like 3 or 4 years older now, and they still do yoga, and it's still mindfulness in her house. And she ultimately went from living somewhere where it was an impoverished neighborhood, very uncomfortable, to a home with her children in a safe neighborhood, a nice backyard. So that's like my main thing. Like, I love that story because setting the foundation, it truly helped. It truly helped.
It really did.
So it touches me all the time.
You're absolutely, community health workers are essential.
We are essential.
100%. When you share a story like that, it's so clear. So thank you so much, Cortney, for being here today and for being on our podcast. And I hope you enjoy the rest of CHW Day. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.